Good evening, viewers. We have this session with the dynamic Nitin Shukla, who you remember joined us last week, and all of you were so happy to listen to him. And welcome, Nitinji.
Namaskar.
Yeah, very nice to have you on our show. I know you're a busy person, and it's
It is
nice.
my pleasure to be on your show. Thank you
Uh,
so much.
Thank you so much. And as you know, friends, he's got a very popular channel under YouTube channel under his name. So in case you'd like to watch it, because he covers a whole range of news and features on that, which are very relevant to what's happening in today's world, and also the fact that we need to stand united with our leader as the crisis in Bangladesh heats up. So let's move on to the first topic, Nitinji. Now, what's happening in Bangladesh is that Mohammad Yunus is going to be sworn in, as the president, and also the fact that BSF has thwarted the infiltration bid by the Bangladeshis. Now, as we know, he'll be sworn in as the leader of Bangladesh's interim government days after Sheikh Hasina's unceremonious exit from power and the country's amid violent protests against quotas in government jobs, which of course we know is only an excuse. Now, the Indian border security agencies are on high alert in the wake of the law and order problems in Bangladesh. Now, the BSF on Wednesday said it thwarted a significant infiltration attempt by a large group of Bangladeshis along the international border in West Bengal. Now, Mohammad Yunus was particularly disheartened by India's stand on the protests, which he said hurts. If there is a fire in the brother's house, how can I say it is an internal affair? He was quoted as saying in an interview to Indian Express. At 84, Yunus has had a contentious relationship with Bangladesh ex-Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, who is now present in India. Over the past few weeks, more than 300 people have been killed, and a lot of them are now targeting the Hindu population and the Hindu temples. So they are living, Hindus, you can say, are living in fear in Bangladesh. Now, Nitinji, so we all know who this Mohammad Yunus is. So do tell us your views on what's happening, starting with Obama, decorating him. Yes.
Look, first of all, regarding Bangladesh, let me be very clear that Sheikh Hasina was a democratically elected Prime Minister of Bangladesh, not just once, but for the fifth time. And she
Yes.
was ruling Bangladesh since last 15 years. USA and their secret agencies, their secret services, and their underworld, or whatever you can call them, they tried their level best to remove her from the office. In fact, in October 2023, they gave her an ultimatum stating that you should resign by November. You should vacate the post by November, or else you will face the consequences. She didn't resign, and she went for the election. She came up with flying colors. There were lots and lots of support to her. She won with a huge margin. And after that, when they could not remove her from the post, then they went to her with a proposal to give her the island, to make base for USA, naval base as well as the base for Air Force, which she declined. And who was that? It was Donald Liu, if everybody remembers that. All right. And who is Donald Liu? He is directly concerned with the government top officials. He's basically he moves on the instructions of CIA. Now let's come to this Yunus part. Sheikh Hasina is gone, so let's close that chapter. Now let's come to this Yunus part. Who is Yunus? Yunus is actually nobody but a stooge of CIA. He is an agent of CIA. Why I am saying so? And when you've just said he'll be part of the government, no, I beg to differ. He'll not be the part of government. He will be the government, and he will be the boss of the government, because he has been appointed by USA, he has been appointed by CIA, and he'll be doing whatsoever CIA wants or whatsoever USA or their deep state wants. All right. So why am I saying so? Let me tell you very frankly, and your viewers very frankly, whosoever get these awards, Magsaysay, Nobel and all, these awards are given to you when you are against your country, only then these awards will be awarded to you, and then you will be decorated. And he's directly associated with all these agencies whatsoever by through so many foundations, Ford Foundation or George Soros. And Obama is having a direct connection with him. You can see in the pictures. He's having good relations. He's all goody goodies with both of them. But the point is, Yunus is basically a CIA agent who will be running the government. He will not be running the government. Who will be running the agenda of
Mm.
United States in Bangladesh. Now there will be a big
So,
trouble for India.
so will he
How it
have
will
a
be big.
Kamala there also?
Yeah,
Will he have a Kamala there also?
yeah. Why not? And now, what India will be facing is India used to export a lot of things, including cotton and oil. Now, what challenges India can face is that American can pressurize, or Yunus will direct not to import cotton from India, but from China or oil from China. So our business interest will be hurt. Not only that, our border issues are there, and now it will become more porous. So Indian BSF has to be on their toes to avoid any kind of infiltration attempt, to foil those infiltration attempt, because now I can see lakhs of people will be there on the border to cross the border and come to India. I am not supporting anybody who is going to come to India, because it is their fight. It is, they have to fight.
Exactly.
Hindus in Bangladesh have to fight for their right. They cannot run away. आप कहाँ से भागेंगे? You've run from Iran, then you've run from Bangladesh, you've run from Pakistan, you've run from Kashmir, you've run from Kerala, you've run from Delhi, Chandbagh, and all that area. So these are the two things. Now, this Yunus, he has been against CA. He has been against. Here you can see his comments against Kashmir. He is actually anti-India. He is actually anti-Hindu. And when he says, if he has problem, if we are brothers, then why is he having? Why is he in arms with Pakistan?
Yes.
You can. There is a latest rally yesterday itself. I got that report and I got that visuals just 5 minutes ago, and they are chanting that they want to go back to Pakistan. They were Pakistan and they went to go.
After
They
they
want to
left.
go back to Pakistan. So it is up to Yunus. Who is doing this? It is obviously Yunus who is doing this. So it is up to Bangladesh. They have to decide what they want to do. Whether they want to go with Pakistan, whether they want to go with India. Choice is absolutely theirs. We are nobody to tell them. But what I can see is not good days for Bangladesh. I guess from this point onwards, Bangladesh will be doomed if if they do not do the course correction. Now the point is, these champions, the USA is a champion of democracy. They are the champion of human rights. They are the champion of everything. Where are the human rights? When Hindus are being butchered, they are being gang raped, they are being burnt alive. There is no human rights for Hindus. All right. Where are the champion of democracy when democratically elected prime minister is being removed from a post forcefully, and when people, goons, terrorists enter her house? Where are the champions of democracy? So actually, frankly speaking, it is the US and their deep state behind every such coup wherever it happens in the, like Maduro, sorry, in Venezuela. They tried to, they were helping the coup over there, but they didn't succeed because Maduro was more powerful. So this is the case, and I don't think Yunus will be good. Yunus will be having good relations with India. It will be like he'll be stabbing our back every then and now. So we should be very careful.
Yeah. So this is the same thing that happened in Iraq with Saddam Hussein, same thing which happened in Libya with Gaddafi, and then what happened in Sri Lanka, and then now Bangladesh. So it's very strange that they wanted to have a separate country, and now that they want to go back to the same country that had rampaged every part of their system, they gang raped their women, everything. They want to go back to that country. We're talking about Pakistan. So it's very ironic. The people who wanted to get away from them now want to join hands with them. So again, as you say, it's a very big plan by the deep state. So now here another question, Nitinji, is that now see what Salman Khurshid of Congress leader, and Manishankar Iyer are saying that soon India will have the same situation Do you think Congress is planning on its own to have a civil war? Because this is the kind of situation that happened when the farmers' agitation came, right? So,
If you
do you think, please?
if you remember, Greta Thunberg by mistake tweeted a toolkit. Please go through that toolkit. Everybody in India should read that toolkit not once but 10 times and very slowly so that you can understand every line and every word of it. They have already mentioned it 2 years back that they are going to do this in India. There will be Grayuddha kind of a thing in India. There'll be chaos, there'll be riots, and they are coming up with everything. Whatever is written in toolkit, it is happening in India right now. What Congress is saying, what Salman Khurshid is saying, it is not their words. These are the words of deep states of America. So my question is directly I'm addressing to all these people, whosoever these people are saying it can happen in India. Are you working for United States? Are you working for America? Are you in hand with the deep state? Are you in hand with those people who are conspiring against India, who want to bring down India? Are you with the people? That's why we call them Tukde Tukde gang, because whenever they will speak, they'll speak in such a language that India should be divided. Number one. Number two, Rahul Gandhi went to uh, went to a foreign country. I'll not name the country, and there he said that your country should take interest in our internal affairs. He said that, and that is on record. So, is Rahul Gandhi hand in glove with all these deep states? As far as Rahul Gandhi is concerned, there was a leak from WikiLeaks which summarized his entire thinking and his thoughts about Hinduism when he said, we have a Hinduism is the greater threat than this thing, and Hindu terrorist. That was the first time he coined that theory, Hindu
No.
terrorism and Hindu terrorist. So it has been a long time. His association is long, and whenever he wants to get himself recharged, he used to still. I guess there's a program. He's going again. He's going abroad. He's going to US or somewhere. So whenever he wants to get recharged, he go to his bosses and takes instruction. They give him a toolkit. Then he comes here, and again after that, some rights or some kind of things are happening. You'll be seeing some kind of chaos on August 13 and August 15. They'll try to create a chaos in Delhi, and after that, you'll be seeing a lots and lots of things happening. That includes your youth. They'll be guided against the government. Your truck drivers, your railway employees, and everybody. And what they have planned, what my information says, that they have planned that by November or December of 2024, because it was previously planned for 2025, but now they have preponed it to November and December of 2024, that they are going to make such a situation like Bangladesh in India, and Modi has to step down because Modi is giving them a lot of trouble because they themselves have said India has changed. We used to dictate India, and India used to follow our instructions. Now India is no more following our instructions. So they were the masters and we were the slaves. Now things have changed under the Modi government. So no more this government is taking any dictation from anybody. We are giving them reply as and what we like, and we are having relations with whomsoever we want. So they are not liking it at all. As far as these people are concerned, they went to Pakistan, the same set of people, and they said, "Aap inko hataiye, hame laiye." They went asking help from Pakistan. Just imagine. And recently, yesterday only, there was a news that Pakistan have sent some sweet mangoes to 7 MPs. Number one MP is Mr. Rahul Gandhi. Number two is Kapil Sibal, and Ikra Hassan is also there. I guess she is the first time MP. So they are having very sweet relation, mango kind of relation, you know. And this same Pakistan is killing our people every day. Not our people, our soldiers, our officers. They are killing our officers every day. To our officers, to our army, they are sending bullets. They are sending grenades. They are sending rocket launchers. And to Rahul Gandhi, they are sending mangoes. The message is loud and clear. Yes.
So, is there a coded message behind these baskets of mangoes. What is the message that they are conveying to these 7 MPs?
I don't think it is a coded message. I think it is loud and clear, and it's open in public now. They went there. They went to Pakistan. They said, "आप इन्हें हटाइए, हमें लाइए." And yesterday I just got one more clip. I don't remember. Just forgot his name. He was saying that if we want to solve the Kashmir problem, we have to talk to Pakistan. Only Pakistan can solve the Kashmir problem. So the point is, it's not mangoes. It's the cordial relations they are having with Pakistan. We are not against anybody having cordial relation with our neighbor. But
Yes.
as far as Pakistan is concerned, number one, it is a terrorist state. It sponsored terrorism. Number two, every other day they are killing our people. They are killing our soldiers. They are killing our officers. Every other day they are infiltrating in our through our borders. And now we have heard that there are 600 odd commandos that have been sent to India to destabilize the country. So their purpose is to destabilize the country. Anybody who wants to destabilize the country is our enemy. He cannot be our friend. Even if he's residing in India, even if he's a citizen of India, he is the enemy of our state. So as far as Pakistan is concerned, they are enemy of our state, number one. Number two, they are sending mangoes to their friends, to their brothers. So they have to reply. Ikra Hassan has to reply. Rahul Gandhi has to reply why they are receiving mangoes from Pakistan, who is killing our soldiers every day. So it's not, nothing behind the curtain. Now they are exposed. They are openly they are in market. So everybody knows that.
Yeah. So, Nitin ji, see, they are speaking. Salman Khurshid and Manishankar Iyer are, behaving like what do you call traitors. So, is there no rule or law in India which where they can be jailed for making such accusations and such predictions about the Prime Minister himself?
Definitely, there are rules. They can be jailed. There can be an FIR, and there are very strict rules. But the question is where you will go after filing an FIR. You'll file an FIR. They'll be arrested. Then where they'll be produced? They'll be produced in the court of law. From there, they'll appeal to High Court. Then they'll go to
Yeah.
Supreme Court. An honorable Supreme Court will say, no, just by saying Khalistan Zindabad or we'll take Khalistan, you cannot claim anybody a terrorist. Nobody can be called a terrorist just because he is saying Bharat tere tukde honge inshallah. This is not terrorism. This is not waging a war against the state. Then what is waging a war against the state? You give bail to people who are conspiring to kill the prime minister, and it is on papers. All right. They have exchanged the mails, they have exchanged messages, they have made a foolproof plan how to assassinate the prime minister, and they were given bail. You know why? Because their age is too much. They are coming of age. So, poor chaps. So they should be given bail. But on the contrary, no Hindu leader or religious preacher should be given bail on condition, on medical conditions, or on conditions that he's coming of age. Like Asharam Bapu is there. He is inside the jail. So he will not be given a bail, but all such people will be given a bail. You look at this man. There was one lady who said, "Since I am pregnant, I should be given a bail." Wow, what a condition! She has not been jailed since then. It is a permanent bail, you can say. Then there was another person who said, "No, no, my father has died. I need to perform last rites, so I need bail." He was given bail immediately. Why same bail was not given to Dara Singh? Why same bail was not given to Dara Singh? His mother expired, his father expired, his entire family has gone. He was not given a bail to perform his mother's last rites. Forget about bail. Not even a parole. Not even the police took him to perform the last rites. Is this the way our court's going to perform? This is the kind of judgments we are going to get from these judges. So even if you file a case, nothing will happen. They'll get a easy bail out of Supreme Court and they'll be out and free. So I don't think it will be a good idea to arrest them when we know that they'll be given a bail, they'll be out, and they'll be
Absolutely.
free.
Yeah.
You know.
Moving on to the Waqf Board decision. Now, Minority Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju will table the Waqf Bill 2024 a bill to amend the Waqf Act of 1995. This bill seeks to effectively address issues related to the powers and functioning of the state Waqf boards, registration and survey of Waqf properties, and removal of encroachments. The bill is also aimed at providing justice to poor Muslims and Muslim women, besides freeing Waqf properties from illegal occupation. Some changes to the present act include ensuring the representation of Muslim women and non-Muslims in such bodies. Now, here, Nitinji, my just my a question. I'm sure a lot of people are asking the same question. Why not abolish the Waqf Act? Why do we have the Waqf Act at all?
A very good question. Where are the 60? Where are those 60 Muslim countries? Do they have any Waqf board? No, they don't have. So, do they believe in Allah or not? Do they believe in Islam? Yes, they do believe in Islam. Those are Islamic countries in itself. They have a Sharia law. Still, they don't have Waqf board. So, why is this Waqf board running in India? Number one question. Number two, they notify anything and everything. I was hearing Justice Ahluwalia yesterday itself. There was a video of his where he was saying, "अरे साहब आपकी मर्जी, आप तो ताजमहल को भी वकफ नोटिफाई कर दो, आप लाल किले को भी कर दो, इतना छोटा छोटा बार बार इतने नोटिफिकेशन क्यों निकाल रहे हैं? आप एक बार में निकालो, पूरा भारत हमारा है, खत्म करो." So those were the verdicts of Honorable Justice Ahluwalia, and he's a very learned person. He's known for his
Wisdom.
this thing. So the point is, they can notify anything and everything, and that will be theirs. It is not just Hindus who are facing the heat. Muslims are facing more heat than Hindus. If any Muslim who's rich and who passes by without creating his will, these Waqf people go and they claim that he gave all this thing verbally to them. Do you know that? It is happening with Muslims. Waqf claim that this person came to our office, or he went to a Maulana and he said, "Nahi, I want to give this my entire property to Waqf, and it is our land, so you please vacate." Then his son, his wife, all.
If the family has a will they oppose that as well?
Definitely, if they have a will, then only they can oppose. Otherwise, their entire property is gone to Waqf.
Yeah.
You know, and that too, if they have a will, they have to go to this Waqf board itself, and again then approaching the High Court. So the point is, Waqf board should be abolished. But why we cannot abolish? The moment you try to abolish all these Maulanas and these people, they'll create a nuisance. They will start disinformation, and then they will ask these people who are not so learned, who are not so literate. They'll come on streets, and again there'll be a kind of a all over rights throughout India. So that's how.
Let me ask you a question, Nitin. See, when we had partition, so all the land that belonged to Hindus in Pakistan went to the Muslims, and when they came here, the lands that belonged to the Muslims also went back to the Muslims. So both sides, they benefited out of that. All of that went to Waqf.
Actually, this was it should have been enemy property. Instead, they said, okay. First, they said that the Hindus who are coming from there, we will give them this property of the Muslims, because Muslims who are living from here will get the property of Indian who are leaving Pakistan. But what they did afterwards, they said, no. These properties should remain with Muslims. So they created a board. It should be under the board, and all the property should be kept as a safe whenever they return. Who's asking for their return? Are we willing if they return? No, we are not willing. They cannot be an Indian citizen by any right, because they have voted for partition. They have already taken their stake. Again, they are going to claim here. This entire episode, Congress is responsible for this chaos what they have created over here, for this mess they have created over here. It was not required. It was at that point of time in 1947, it should have been very clear that all those Hindus who are coming here, they should be given the properties of all those Muslims who are going from India. Instead, Hindus were living in tents, and this all happened because of a great leader, Shri 1008, Shri Mahatma Gandhi ji. So that's the case.
Yeah. And also,
actually, Hindus have been looted by their own leaders. They have been cheated by their own leaders.
Absolutely. Also, Nitinji, a total of 30 Waqf boards in the in the country control properties spanning more than 8 lakh acres, making them the third largest owner of real estate in India after the Railways and Defense Ministry. Can you just imagine how much land they have?
Point is, if they are having that much of land, what is Waqf? It is a trust. Do you give permission to any trust to have lakhs of acres of land? No, it comes under Sealing Act, right? So why they are having that much of land? Why don't you seal their land? Why don't you take this trust under your control? Why don't you make it a government trust? You can do it, but again, you're afraid because there'll be rights all over India. They have already planned for rights. Like when Rahul Gandhi said, he said long back, kerosene छिड़क दिया गया पूरे देश में बस चिंगारी लगाने की देर है. So he is waiting for that chingari. So I guess government will be a bit cautious and they'll be going slow on these things. Better way is that it should be made mandatory that they should have some government representation. Why only Muslims are there? And even if Muslims are there, there should be women, like this bill is proposed. But I guess it will be more appropriate to abolish this entire Waqf board, and all the land belonging to Waqf board should be made government. It is government land. They have cheated. They have fraudulently taken all this land under their name. It is basically land grabbing. What do you call land jihad? Going in the name of Waqf board. So it should be abolished altogether. But I don't think government will be able to do it because of all this thing will all these forces will collaborate and they'll try to destabilize the government as a whole.
The last point I wanted to discuss, Nitinji, is about the Olympics that's happening, Olympics 2024. A lot of our athletes have done very, very extremely well. And today also we'll have a lot of the people in it hoping for some gold. What do you think? Because see, sometimes just by a hair's breadth, some people are missing the gold. And what do you think? Do you think there is any sort of enmity here that our people are facing, or do you think it's all fair and square?
No, I don't think. I think Olympics is the most biased association throughout the sports. In all so many, there are so many associations, sports associations, but Olympics is the one which I can say they are cheaters, they are frauds, they are cheating the entire world.
Yes.
If you'll go through, and number one point is they have ruled us.
Yes.
So we are their gulams, we were their servant, and they still treat us as their servant. How can they see a servant performing well against their master? तो मालिक के सामने भला एक नौकर कैसे जीत सकता है? If you remember, there was I don't know who was the writer. I guess it was Munshi Premchand. There was a story. I'll take just 2 minutes. There was a story that there were two guys who were playing since childhood, and one of the friend, he studied well and he became a collector. So he came back to that village and they were playing gilli danda. So the collector sahab came and asked, "Where is that guy?" So later on he found out that his friend is there. He went to his place and he said, "Chalo gilli danda khelte hain," and they were both playing. So again and again he was losing, this poor chap. So his friend got agitated. The collector got agitated and he slapped him and he said, "Bhul gaya kya khelna?" Then he said, "Sahab, aap collector hain, aapse kaise jeet sakte hain?" So that is the moral of the story. They still believe that we are their servant and we cannot win against them. So this entire cheating episode is going on over there, and it's not with us. Men can participate in women's competition and they can win gold, but Indians who just with a minor mistake, if it is that, it can be avoided, it can be ignored, but no, since you are an Indian, you are brown, you are Hindu, oh my God, you have no place in this world because you are a world minority. Hindus should understand and they should always write, we are world minority. And that is why you are being treated so pathetically, so badly, because you don't have any leader who will stand up for you and say anything for you in your favor. So you have to fight your own battle. Number two, please go through WADA. They have created a different entity. Olympics says, no, 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 we don't control anti-doping. There will be a separate independent agency called WADA. WADA has the power to exempt people who are taking drugs, exempt from anti-doping test. So what do people have to do world over? It is the rule for same rule for everyone. So what people have, like athletes and sportsmen have to give a application in writing that I am taking a treatment for antidepressant or whatever. So I'm taking these drugs. So in the test, they will be exempted. Okay, this person is having some problem. He's having medical problem. So that is why he's taking those medicine. He's taking that medication. Now the point is, these medicines, they will enhance his performance. Still, they'll be exempted. But to your surprise, only 3 countries are getting this exemption time and again: USA, France, and there is one more country I just forgot. So these 3 countries will be there, and they are the only 3 countries which are getting the benefit of this WADA. 63% of the exemptions are given to only of these 3 countries. Even China is not being exempted. So this is how they are cheating the world. They are making fool out of everybody. It's not sports. It's arena of cheaters, and they are the biggest frauds. Again, where did they get the funds from? Same, all deep state and everything. So it's no point. I mean, going to the
So
Olympics in
if
itself
we
is the farce. Yeah,
if we were to link it, it'll be like Olympics, Miss World, right? All these things are all
absolutely,
connected. Yeah. So here,
absolutely.
one more small point, Nitinji. Yesterday, apparently, one of the athletes' sister tried to get into the village, and yes, it would be right to reprimand her and remove her from there. But what they did was they sent the whole team back and said, "You can't play." I mean, how can they do that?
My
It's
my
so
point my
surprising.
And that my point is, supposing if I'm trying to break into your house, who's the culprit? Are you the culprit, or I the culprit? Nitin Shukla is the culprit. FIR should be filed against Nitin Shukla. He should be
Exactly.
arrested and he should be sent to jail.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Here, it is happening opposite. Nitin Shukla is being arrested, that's okay. But Meena ji is also being arrested and put into the jail. So I mean, what kind of mockery of law is
Yeah.
going on in
Exactly.
France?
Exactly. And
So it doesn't make
first
sense
flight
at
to
all.
India. Can you imagine? First flight to India, they are sent back. It's as though
Yeah,
they're giving us a message that we don't care two hoots about you.
absolutely. And actually, they don't give a damn to us. They don't care. They are only interested in supplying their weapons to us. They are only interested in business, and that too one-way business, not two ways. If you send even edible chocolate over there, they'll put so many bans onto it. You'll not be able to supply anything. So they want one-way business. They want your money to be their money. What Britishers used to do, the East India Company used to do. So they have been a looters since history, and they are still a looter. So I'll call them looters.
Yeah. On this note, we end this session. Thank you so much, Nitinji. A
Thank you so much.
wonderful
It was,
speaking to you. Yes, and thank you for this lovely conversation. So we'll see you next week. Thank you. Good night.
thank you so
Jai
much. It was
Hind
my pleasure. Thank you so much.
and Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.